Welcome back, folks, to another Westies Angling. Today, we're going to be doing some barbel fishing down on the River Ouse. This video was actually filmed at the back end of summer, just before we got all that rain, so I was expecting a tough session. But after filming one of my River Explorer videos down here on this stretch, me and Mike were both eager to get back down here and give it a go on a dedicated barbel setup. This stretch is actually on the Leeds book and it's got a nice little parking area right at the end of a farmer's field. Then it's a short walk down to the river. Now, Mike was nice enough to offer to do the driving for this session, so I let him have the first pick of the swims, and I got myself set up a couple of pegs down to him on the right. I've always found if you're out river fishing with somebody else, it's best to spread out a bit. That way you're covering more water. I decided on using my 12-foot Gray's Prodigy PB specimen barbel rods for this session because it's a furrow chuck to the opposite bank. I already had some 3-foot hook lengths tied up ready to go, and my rods were already threaded up with my Olympian tackle running kits already on, so it was just a matter of hooking a feeder onto the breakaway C-clips and I was good to go. This feeder mix has worked so well for me over the last 12 months, and if it's not broke, don't fix it. It's a stodgy mix of hemp, maggots and my River Blend ground bait. Gets the silvers grubbing about, and in turn that'll bring in the bigger fish with a bit of luck. On the hook, I'll be swapping between my garlic and hemp glugged sinkers, worms and luncheon meat, keeping it really simple. Smelly baits in this coloured water. I like to load my cage feeders up really tight on the river to give a nice slow release of bait. I think that holds the fish in your swim much longer. I decided to put my first rod over to the back edge and the second one just off the flow line. This was actually only a short morning session, so I didn't do loads of filming, but nevertheless, I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get into it. Got my very worn and used Olympian Baits garlic liquid there. I think I'll probably put 5 ounce on the left hand rod and a 4 ounce on the right hand rod over the back. Well, the weather forecast has given rain and high winds, but looks like an absolutely cracking day today. Right, I'm going to make these changes. I'm going to put the heavier feeders on. Let's get it done and then we can sit and wait for a bite. The rig is absolutely tangle free. Hook bait still stinks of garlic, which is what you want. So let's just swap this out. Put a fresh one on. And we'll put this 4 ounce on the other and 5 ounce on the right hand rod. Now obviously the heavier leads help with the hooking capability as well. Obviously it's more weight for the barbel or chub to hook themselves against. Obviously the one thing that I always like to see is that the rig's tangle free when I wind it back in. Just gives you peace of mind that your rig's set up right. It's a proper piece of luncheon meat, Mike, not messing about. The pace of the water's picking up as well. It definitely is. Is it tidal this stretch?
Sorry?
Is it tidal this stretch? Might be tidal this stretch. That flow's picking up, definitely. That flow is strong. Stronger than it looks. So deep there as well. Very, very deep. I reckon it's at least 4 meters, 5 meters, maybe more. Obviously it's just going to be pretty much sit and wait tactics today, so I probably won't be doing much filming, but I'll let you know obviously if I make any changes or if we move. Fishing double barbel rods, we're set up for the day, so ideally we wouldn't like to move. We just got to hope the fish move into the swim. I'll probably recast the spam rod quite often, but the other rod I'll just leave it to do its thing. But the meat rod, I'll recast probably every 20-30 minutes, just to make sure I've still got a hook bait on. That's a proper cast, I'm happy with that. Right where I want it to be. At the back. Well, that just shows you folks, you have no idea how a river's going to be until you get down here. So I need to put my solid tip on this right hand rod. Shut up. I'm going to have to go with 2 5-ounce feeders. Crazy. What an absolutely cracking, glorious day. Look at that. Very nippy this morning though. You can tell that autumn is well on its way. And I hope I don't need to explain to you folks that barbel fishing on the river is tough at the best of times. But when you don't know a river, just makes it that bit harder as well. But that's part of the challenge and that's part of the fun. Working out a new stretch. But what can be better than just spending a morning out on the bank on a beautiful new river like this? Look at this. And I'd have never found this stretch if I wasn't doing the River Explorer series. So if you aren't following the channel and you aren't following that particular series, then make sure you hit that subscribe button now, and also click the bell icon as well. That way you'll be notified every time I post a video. So you can see blanking sessions just like this one. I'm always joking. We might get something, but who knows? Look at the draw. There's nothing wrong with the rigs. There's nothing wrong with the techniques. There's nothing wrong with the baits. And I don't think there's anything wrong with the spot that we're in either. I think there are better spots than this one on the Ouse for barbel. But we've never been to those stretches. At least we've been and had a look at this one and we know where Luke's good anyway. That's all you can do. You just got to use your watercraft and choose where you think Luke's best. I mean, there's a tree there, there's a slight narrowing, and then it opens out into this wider section. And that little bottleneck, followed by a really deep run of water, just look too good to ignore, really. On this stretch, it's actually a really clean bottom. There's bedrock going all the way out. It's really deep, it's sandy. So what am I in for a chance of catching today? Chub, bream, barbel, carp, on the hook baits that I'm using anyway. If I swapped a worm, obviously I'd have a chance of perch. Where are they putting all these boats and speedboats and stuff? Where are they storing them all? Get my line out of the way. Oh, bloody hell, I'm snagged now. For God's sake. Look at those bow waves. Well, this is why you have loads of spare feeders and leads, and also tie up plenty of hook lengths before you come out, so you can just get back fishing less time without a rod in the water. I'm actually scaling down on the hook length slightly. I've gone from 12 to 10 pound mono. See if that makes a difference. And a slightly smaller hook, a little bit more incognito maybe. I don't think it matters too much though. Just set a 40-minute timer going. When that's up, I'll have a recast. But I'm happy with where them two have landed. I've got the lead just off the bushes at the back, and I've got this feeder in the main flow line. Look at how quick these ducks are going in the flow. Speeding through. Meanwhile, very, very quiet day. Some rowers going past now. Where are my lines? Oh, just missing. Oh, both stuck. Someone want to tell me how the hell that's happened? Look at this. Look. My hook is bigger than that hole, and the hook bait is bigger than that hole. How's it got through there? It's sealed all the way around. Okay, now I'm starting to hate on boats after having to reel in 3 perfect casts. I've got a little theory that the fish might be actually under the back edge. Might be undercut. If I can actually leave it in long enough without a bleeding boat going past, we might be alright. Been a bit of a struggle today, folks. We're meant to be a morning session, this, from first light till about 12 o'clock. When you're river fishing, I think it's probably either worth doing 12 o'clock until it goes dark or after dark, or first light until about 12 o'clock.
Hold it deep, that.
Close in. That's cracking. Yeah, take time with it, mate. I'll do the netting. Finally, a little bit of action. Oh, cracker. We've done it. So, we've both literally just brought our rods a lot closer in. Mike's rod's gone round with a little barbel. Well, I say little, it's probably about 3 or 4 pound. Still a barbel, still saves the blank.
Ready, mate?
Yep.
Nearly ready.
Beautiful little barbel. Yep, bring it this way. Perfect. So there's a lovely little divot down here, so we'll just rest it there. Oh mate, your ring's snapped. That's lucky.
No, that's not
Oh
bad.
shit. So, we're literally just taking somebody else's rig out of that barbel's mouth.
I would have thought better of mine. That's mine. Otherwise,
Wow.
we lost the fish. Let's get it out.
Well, at least we've got a rig out of the barbel's mouth.
Yeah.
Oh mate, that's probably about £5. That's bigger than I thought. Well, there we go, folks. I'm really chuffed that one of us has managed to get a barbel on the bank today. Makes it all worthwhile. I'm gutted it wasn't me, but there's time yet, and now we know that they're moving about close in. Where there's one barbel, there'll be other barbel. So I think I need to get my feeder tight in down here, but we'll have a good look at this one. It's a bit bigger than I thought actually. I reckon it's at least £5 at least.
I'm not going to bother weighing this one, but I'll give it 4, maybe 5 at a push. But it's an absolute stunner, isn't it? Look at that. Come on,
It's ready to
out. There you are.
kicking. There we go. Epic. Me and Mike have decided to stay for another couple of hours. It's amazing what one fish can do to your confidence. Gives you a massive boost. I need to get one, don't I, folks? Do my best for you, but it's just nice to be out, innit? Look at this. How can you not love river fishing? Yeah, alright, it's tough, but to be in the countryside, I definitely prefer fishing stretches of river out the way of everything like this one, rather than inner city stretches. But saying that, you get some of the best fish in the inner city stretches. Hey up. Luckily we're on the inside edge now, so it doesn't matter about these. He's backed off his motor. It's good. Look at the bow wave coming off these boats. Huge. It's going to disturb the swim for a while, I reckon. Crazy. Well, unfortunately, our time's up for today's session, but I really hope that you enjoyed joining me and Mike down here on the River Ouse fishing for barbel. So until next time, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Westies Angling. If you did enjoy it, make sure you hit that subscribe button, the like button. I'm sorry I didn't manage to get you a barbel today, but at least Mike did. We've saved the blank, and that's all that you can do sometimes when you're fishing out on the river for these elusive, sometimes, fish. See you next time, folks.